and today I'm going to share with you a BAJAN treat. Growing up, I lived very close to a bakery, so almost every week I went over there to get this treat. Me, along with some other children, so it is a treat that all children love. What are we making? We're going to be making BAJAN lead pipes. So let's go over the ingredients. We have 3 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder mixed. 1.5 cups of freshly grated coconut. Now, if you don't have freshly grated coconut, you can get the frozen coconut from the frozen department in the supermarket nearest to you. 1 cup of brown sugar. 1 stick of butter, or about 8 tablespoons or 115 grams of butter. 2 teaspoons of essence. This gives it such an amazing flavor. And we have half teaspoon of nutmeg, half teaspoon of ground spice, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and half of a cup of water. Our first step is to add all of our dry ingredients together. So to a large bowl, I'm going to add our cinnamon, ground spice, and nutmeg. Lead pipes will not be the same unless it has those spices. So I'm going to use a whisk so I can fully incorporate all of the spices into the flour. Remember, we already added our baking powder. Next, we're going to add the butter to the flour. Now, if your butter is a little hard, you can always take a knife and just slice bits of it into the flour. But if it's room temperature and nice and soft, you can just put it all in like I did. And we're going to take a fork and we're going to rub it together. By the time we're done, it will resemble breadcrumbs or sand. This is called the rubbing in method. Try not to be messy, but if that happens, be sure to wear an apron. Now our flour mixture is fully rubbed in. Just look at that texture. You can see the texture has changed and it looks a lot more like breadcrumbs. Now we're going to add our sugar. And we're going to add our coconut. Lead pipes are very similar to something that Bajans use called sweetbread, but they are not as soft. So the texture is a little harder and stiffer, but it's so delicious. Now we're going to add everything together. Make sure it's fully incorporated, the sugar and the coconut. It smells amazing already. Now we're going to add our essence and water. So I'm going to add the essence to the water as there are the only 2 wet ingredients. Put everything together. Now I'm going to add this water to the flour. Now I'm going to put a little hole in the middle. You can see this small hole, they call it a little well. And I'm going to add the water to that little well. And I'll use the wooden spoon to bring it together. So we're preparing now to make the dough. So I'll gradually add the water, mix everything together, then we'll start to knead it. Now I'm going to transfer the dough to a floured counter. I'm going to get all of it. No bit of flour left behind. We need all of this to make our amazing lead pipes. Now we're going to continue to knead. Now it's going to be much easier to knead it on a floured board. And we add the flour just in case it's a little sticky. We don't want it to stick. The flour will help it to remain free from that. At this time, we're going to go ahead and preheat your oven to 250 degrees because we're going to get ready to put our lead pipes into bake. Now we would have rolled our lead pipe dough out, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to form them. They're usually long, cylindrical looking shapes, so we're going to remove all the excess because we want it to be nice and even. So we just get rid of all these extra pieces at the side. Of course, we're going to still use them, but because we want our shape to be nice and uniformed, we'll remove them. And we'll form about 6 or 7 beautiful lead pipes. I'm going to go ahead and use this extra piece, and we're going to form another 2 or 3 more. Get the rolling pin. I'm going to roll this one out. And we'll form another 2 or so lead pipes. Now we're going to add our lead pipes to a greased baking tray. You will have at least 6 nicely formed ones, and from the excess dough we got another 3 lead pipes. Whatever shape we got, we're going to use it. So we have another 3 extra one here. This one can go here, and then this really special one, he looks like a snowman. So we're going to put him over here. As customary, we'll put a nice crisscross pattern at the top. So I'll go ahead and I'll put a pattern on all of them. Now our final step is to add a glaze to the top of our lead pipes. Now I would have added some sugar, about 1 tablespoon of sugar to a 1/4 cup of water. And then we're going to use a pastry brush and just put that glaze on top. Once this is done, we're going to put it into the oven for about 20 minutes. And then our amazing lead pipes should be finished. I can't wait to taste it, especially this really special one in the corner. I have my eye on this fella here. Our BAJAN lead pipes are done. They look amazing. They smell so good. I can't wait to taste it. They are still really hot, so I think I'm gonna go for this little fella over here. So crispy and delicious and hard. But with a name like lead pipe, you do expect it to be a little hard, but not so hard that it's impossible to eat. BAJAN lead pipe. Now you need to try it. If you have enjoyed this BAJAN recipe, I want you to look over here, see some of my other BAJAN recipes. And once you've watched them all, click the button below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video. And remember to leave me a comment. I love hearing from you.